The house Samuel lived in was small and old. The roof leaked when it rained, and the windows were broken. Inside, Samuel's mother lay on a bed that quaked every moment. She coughed often and struggled to speak. Samuel, just 8 years old, watched her with worry. "Mama, will you be okay?" he asked softly. His mother gave him a weak smile. "I will be fine, my son," she whispered. But Samuel knew she wasn't fine. He could see the pain in her eyes. Their house had no electricity, and at night they light a small lamp. Samuel would sit close to his mother, telling her story to make her smile. But deep down, he was scared. His father had left them when Samuel was a baby. It was just the two of them now, and Samuel wanted to do anything to make her better. One morning, Samuel's mother tried to stand up but fell back onto the bed. "Samuel, I need medicine," she said weakly. Samuel looked at her and felt tears in his eyes. He had no money. School was important to him, but he knew what he had to do. "I will stop school," he decided. His heart broke as he said the word. But he needed to help his mother. He borrowed a train from their neighbor and started selling snacks on the street. "Fresh bread, sweet biscuits," he shouted. People bought from him, and he saved every coin to buy medicine for his mother. The streets were busy, noisy, and filled with people rushing everywhere. Samuel stood in one corner with his tray. Some people ignored him, while others bought a few things. Every time someone smiled at him or bought his snacks, he felt a little hope. But the streets were also tough. Bigger boys teasing, calling him small seller. Some tried to take his money, but Samuel learned to hide it carefully. At the end of the day, he would rush home, count his money, and give his mother a little food and her medicine. Even though she was sick, Samuel's mother always thanked him. "You are a brave boy, Samuel," she said one night, holding his hand. "I wish you didn't have to work so hard." Samuel shook his head. "I don't mind, Mama. I will do anything for you." Her eyes filled with tears, and she kissed his forehead. "Promise me one thing," she said. "Never stop dreaming." Samuel nodded, but in his heart, he wondered if dreams were for boys like him. One day, as Samuel was selling snacks, a tall man stopped. He wore a neat suit and had kind eyes. "Why aren't you in school?" the man asked. Samuel hesitated. "My mother is sick. I need to work," he said. The man looked at him for a long time, then bought some snacks. "Keep working hard, but don't forget to dream," he said before walking away. Samuel felt his words stay in his heart. One evening, Samuel came home and found his mother weaker than ever. She would barely speak. Samuel felt his heart tighten. "Mama, I will call someone to help," he said. He ran to their neighbor, who came quickly, but the neighbor shook her head sadly. "She needs a hospital, Samuel," she said. Samuel didn't have enough money for that. He sat by his mother all night, holding her hand and praying. The next morning, Samuel woke up to find his mother smiling faintly at him. "Samuel," she whispered, "you have been my greatest blessing. Be strong, my son." Samuel hid her hand tightly, tears streaming down his face. Minutes later, she closed her eyes and didn't open them again. Samuel cried loudly, his heart breaking into pieces. After his mother's burial, Samuel sat alone in their broken home. The silence was too much. He had no family, no one to care for him, but he knew he couldn't give up. "I will keep working," he said to himself. "I will make her proud." Samuel began working hard. He sold snacks every day. Rain or shine, some days were good and he earned enough to buy food. Other days were hard and he went to bed hungry. But Samuel didn't stop. He remembered his mother's word, "Never stop dreaming." One afternoon, Samuel met a boy named Toby. Toby was also selling snacks, but he was older than Samuel and taller than him. "Why do you work?" Toby asked. Samuel told him his story. Toby looked sad. "My parents are gone too," he said. The two boys became friends and supported each other on the tough streets. As Samuel's story unfolded, he faced many challenges, including thieves, betrayal, and hunger. But he also met kind people who helped him along the way. Samuel learned the value of hard work, friendship, and kindness. The story ends when Samuel finding hope when a kind stranger offered to pay for his education. He realized that even though life is hard, dreams can still come true. Samuel smiled, knowing he will make his mother proud. One night, the sky turned dark and heavy rain poured down. Samuel was still on the street trying to sell the last of his snack. "Biscuit, fresh biscuits," he shouted. But nobody stopped. Everyone was rushing to find shelter. The rain soaked him, and the cold wind made him shiver. Samuel found a small corner to hide from the rain. His tray was empty, and he had to make little money that day. As he sat on the corner, he thought about his mother. "I wish you were here, Mama," he whispered, tears mixed with his rain on his face. The night seemed endlessly, but Samuel promised himself, "I won't give up. Tomorrow will be better." The next morning, Samuel was back on the street, tired but determined. A woman with a baby stopped in front of him. "You are out here every day," she said, looking at him kindly. "Why don't you have parents to care for you?" Samuel told her his story. The woman's eyes filled with tears. She bought all his snacks and gave him extra money. "Use this for food," she said. Samuel thanked her with all his heart. He used the money to buy food for the next week and save the rest. One day, while selling snacks, Samuel saw two boys fighting. They were both street sellers like him. One boy had tried to take the other's money. Samuel stayed away, but the sight made him worried. "What if someone tried to steal from me?" he thought. Later that day, Samuel hid his money in his shoe. Before going home, he learned that the streets won't be dangerous. But he was determined to stay safe and keep working. Samuel began noticing the other kids like him in the neighborhood. Most of them didn't go to school either. They walk on the street just like him. Samuel wanted to be friends with them, but many were too busy or didn't trust any. One day, he met a little girl named Ada. She was selling orange. "Do you want to play after work?" Samuel asked. Ada smiled shyly. "Maybe," she said. Slowly, Samuel began to make friends with the other kids. There was a small park near Samuel's neighborhood. It wasn't very clean, but it has a tree with thick branches. Samuel discovered it one evening after work. He climbed the tree and sat on one of the branches. From there he would see the city light. "This is my secret spot," he thought. Whenever he felt sad or tired, he would come to the tree, close his eyes, and dream of a better life. One day, while selling snacks, Samuel saw Ada crying. He walked over to her. "What's wrong?" he asked. Ada wiped her tears. "My little brother is sick," she said. "We don't have money for medicine." Samuel felt his heart ache for her. He remembered his mother and how hard it was to watch her suffer. That evening, he gave Ada some of his savings. "This is for your brother," he said. Ada hugged him tightly, promising to pay him back someday. It had been months since Samuel started working, and he had managed to save a little money. One evening he bought himself a small treat, a piece of bread with butter. As he ate, he felt a rare moment of happiness. "This is for you, Mama," he whispered to the sky. Samuel decided that every small victory was worth celebrating, no matter how hard life was. While walking home one evening, Samuel was stopped by a tall, rough-looking man. "Give me your money," the man groaned. Samuel froze. He didn't want to lose the little he had worked so hard to earn. Thinking quickly, Samuel dropped his tray and ran as fast as he could. The man chased him but gave up after a while. Samuel's heart pounded as he hid behind a wall. "I need to be more careful," he thought. The next day, Samuel met a man who sold newspapers. The man saw Samuel sitting on a bench, looking tired. "Come here, boy," the man said kindly. Samuel walked over. The man handed him a small loaf of bread. "Eat this," he said. Samuel thanked him and told him his story. The old man nodded. "You are a brave boy. Keep working hard, and life will reward you." Samuel began noticing more kind people around him. A shopkeeper gave him extra snacks to sell. A woman gave him free water. Slowly, Samuel realized that not everyone in the world was cruel. He started feeling hope again. "Maybe I can save enough money to go back to school someday," he thought. One evening, as Samuel was packing up his snack, he noticed a man sitting by the roadside. The man looked pale and weak. Samuel insisted, but decided to approach him. "Sir, are you okay?" Samuel asked softly. The man shook his head. "I haven't eaten all day," he said, his voice barely a whisper. Samuel looked at the snack he had left. They were meant to sell for tomorrow, but his heart wouldn't let him walk away. "Yeah," Samuel said, offering the man some bread and water. The man ate slowly, tears in his eyes. "Thank you, young boy," he said. "What's your name?" "Samuel," he replied. The man nodded and smiled weakly. You have a kind heart, Samuel. Never lose it. Samuel didn't think much of it, but it felt good as he walked home that night. He didn't know this small act of kindness would change his life. A few weeks later, Samuel was selling snacks near a busy street when he saw a big poster. It read, "Scholarship Program for Street Children. Apply now." Samuel's heart skipped a beat. He had always dreamed of going back to school, but could he really get a scholarship? He didn't know how to read the detail on the poster, so he asked a passerby for help. "The test is in 2 weeks," the man explained. "You should apply if you are interested." Samuel felt excited but nervous. He hadn't been to school in years. Now, how would he prepare for a test? That evening, he told Ada about the scholarship. "You should try, Samuel," Ada said. "I can help you study." Samuel smiled. For the first time in a long while, he felt hope growing in his heart. Ada kept her promise. Every evening, after selling their snack, she helped Samuel practice reading and solving simple math problems. Samuel struggled at first, but Ada was patient. "You are doing great," Ada said. One night as Samuel solved a problem correctly, Samuel felt proud. "I wish Mama could see me now," he said quietly. They studied under a street lamp, using borrowed books from the old newspaper man Samuel had befriended. Samuel worked harder than ever, determined to give his best for the scholarship. The day before the test, Samuel's train was stolen by one of the bigger boys on the street. He ran after the boy, shouting, "Give it back!" But the boy disappeared into the crowd. Samuel felt defeated. He had no money to replace the snack or pay the small fee for the test. That evening, Ada came to see him. "Don't give up, Samuel," she said. "We will find a way." The kind old newspaper man lent Samuel some money. "You deserve this chance," he said. Samuel thanked him with tears in his eyes. On the day of the test, Samuel woke up early and walked to the test center. He was nervous but determined. The room was filled with other children, all hoping for a better future. When the test began, Samuel took a deep breath and focused. He remembered everything Ada had taught him. Some questions were hard, but he didn't give up. As he left the test center, Samuel felt unsure but proud. "At least I tried," he told himself. 2 weeks later, Samuel was selling snacks when he saw a man in a suit walking towards him. It was the same man he had helped that evening by the roadside. "Samuel," the man called, smiling, "I have good news. You have been chosen for the scholarship." Samuel's strength fell from his hands. "Me?" he asked, his voice shaking. The man nodded. "Yes, Samuel, you work hard and you deserve this." Samuel felt tears streaming down his eyes. He had never been this happy before. Samuel started school the next week. It was hard to adjust at first, but he loved learning again. His teachers were kind, and his classmates were curious about his story. He continued selling snacks after school, but now he had hope for a brighter future. Samuel realized that hard work and kindness could open doors he never thought possible. As Samuel settled into his new life, he never forgot the streets where he had once walked. He started sharing his snack for other street children and telling them about the scholarship program. "Don't give up," he would say. "If I can do it, so can you." Samuel's story inspired many children to dream bigger. Years later, Samuel stood on a stage receiving an award for his achievement. He looked at the crowd and smiled. Among them were Ada, the old newspaper man, and the woman who had once bought all his snacks. "I'm here today because I never stopped dreaming," Samuel said, "and because of the people who believe in me." Samuel's journey had been hard, but it was worth it. He had kept his mother's promise to never stop dreaming, and now he was ready to help others do the same.